Hey, Annissa Coy here with Firehouse Education and this week's Ask Annissa video column. And this week we're coming to you live from the beautiful island of Tahiti. We're just a little bit south of Papeete on one of our trips that we've been jaunting on. And I got an email from someone, I apologize, I can't remember his name, but it was a California company that asked me about the wildfires. And by the way, my heart really goes out to everybody who is affected by these fires right now. It is really devastating, and I'm so happy to see so many restoration companies that are wonderful going in, not only within the state, but coming from out of state to help those in need. This has definitely been probably one of the worst wildfires, I believe, in the West Coast history. I think at this point there's been like 60 deaths and there are as many people missing, so we just want to pray for those people and put good thoughts out that hopefully the ones that are missing will be found safe and sound. So on that note, the gentleman that emailed me, and I do apologize, I can't remember your name, but you asked me the question about how to clean the soot off of the upholstery and the carpet in these houses. So I want to talk about that for just a minute. When you're dealing with these kind of situations, the soot that's coming in is very ashy, very dry and flaky, and so it's going to land on everything. So there's a couple really important things that you need to do right away. Number one, before you touch the upholstery or lay your hand on anything or walk on the carpet, it's really important that you HEPA vacuum up this dry, ashy soot that's landing on everything. A really good, thorough HEPA vacuuming is going to go a long way to eliminate staining and really pull up that ash quickly so it doesn't get pushed down into the fibers and embedded and possibly cause staining and more odor issues. So the HEPA vacuum would be the first thing I would tell you to do on all upholstery, draperies, any carpeting, and possibly on some walls. It would just kind of depend on what kind of exposure we're talking about. The second thing I would highly recommend on that upholstery would be like a lamb's wool. They have lamb's wool brushes that you can rub across the upholstery, and then just kind of you turn it sort of in a circular motion, these lamb's wool sticks, and they will pull up that soot and grab it and pull it up off of the upholstery, which is really huge. And once your lamb's wool, by the way, gets coated in that soot, you can take that HEPA vacuum and vacuum it off to clean it, and then you're starting over with a nice fresh lamb's wool applicator. So after you've done HEPA vacuuming on the upholstery and possibly the lamb's wool applicator, you are going to want to also have that upholstery or the carpets professionally cleaned. So if you don't have, say, a portable or truck mount where you can do like hot water extraction, then you're going to want to maybe align yourself with a good subcontractor in the area that can come in and do those things for you. A couple of things I want to mention to you in this type of situation is you're going to use a lot of chem sponges, okay? There are some applications where using the chem sponge on the walls or on flat surfaces is going to be better for you to do than doing a wet clean, all right? And especially when we're talking about unframed pictures or artwork, okay? A chem sponge is going to be your absolute friend in this situation. Now, even if you have to wet wash a wall, by the way, that has been exposed to this kind of ash, doing a chem sponge first can really go a long way in removing that ash so that when you do your wet clean, you're not going to smear it possibly, okay? I hope that helped and answering your questions about the carpet and the upholstery. I do want to mention as well, you're going to be dealing with odor, okay? Doing your HEPA vacuuming, your lamb's wooling, and then your professional cleaning might take away the odor out of the carpet and the upholstery, but it may not. In this instance, what I absolutely go to and swear by is to use hydroxyl generators. To to be able to then deodorize the area. In fact, when I come into a situation like this, these are normally what we call a clean in place, right? We don't have to pack things up and move them out of the structure. We're able to clean things when they're right in the room where they're affected. So if you can get a hold of a hydroxyl generator, whether you rent one, which I totally recommend, Odorox, Tom McCardle is an awesome resource for you. You can contact him or purchase them for your company. Run those machines as soon as you get into a loss like this, before you start the HEPA vacuuming, even before you start the lambs wooling, any wet cleaning. As long as you're running this hydroxyl, you're doing so many things at once. Not only are you deodorizing those items while you're cleaning them, but you're also helping to clean the air that is in that structure. The other thing I'm going to, just as a side note, mention here is you definitely want to be running HEPA air filtration in these kind of situations, because as you're possibly lambs wooling or wiping these things off, you can also be spreading some of this ash and making it more airborne, right? So we really want to be concerned and aware of our air quality. So I hope that helped you and answered your questions. I'm really sorry if my background distracts you. It's distracting me a little, but the rum is helping me stay focused. I swear, it really is a focus tool for me. All right, well, I want to thank you so much for the email. Please be sure and email me questions. Any of you restoration companies that are out doing the fire cleanup, if you run across anything, whether it's a billing question or a question on how to clean or deodorize or handle, maybe some specialty items, be sure and send me an email, Annissa@firehouseeducation.com, and I would be happy to help you and answer those questions for you. And on that note, I will see you on next week's Ask Annissa video.